When you compare this Devils team this year from last year, nobody anticipated for them to be good last year. They took the league by surprise, but obviously teams are now more prepared for them. So I'm curious to hear your insight as to what's the difference when scouting and also preparing for this New Jersey unit.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of their personnel that drove them last year are back this year, so just being aware of them and maybe teams are catching on to their tendencies, but by no shock are they struggling to anyone. I think they give everyone a challenge every night. They're very competitive, very elite offensively in transition, and I just think the personnel they have makes them very dynamic, both defensively and offensively. So wherever they're at right now, it is what it is. But by no means are they struggling right now. They're still a very good team, and we need to be prepared for them tonight.
From a defensive standpoint, one of the issues that the Devils have been struggling is their defense. So, like, from your perspective as a defenseman, what are some of the areas you guys look to exploit in order to come away with the win? Like, what areas of weakness do you think you guys are going to highlight coming into this matchup?
I think just being good without the puck is what we need to focus on. They're very elite playmakers. Very good throughout the neutral zone and off the rush. So I think just for us is puck management. And I think if we're on the right side of things, we'll find ourselves getting odd man chances. That's something that we've talked about a lot lately, is just being in the right spots before the plays happen and giving ourselves a chance to create outman situations.
You're obviously a veteran player. You've been around the block before. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Like, going into this matchup against the New Jersey Devils, how do you guys prepare for it this season compared to last year? Because last year, no one anticipated for them to be that good, but now they're no longer the underdog. So how do you guys prepare for it a little bit better this time around?
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, you obviously got to be ready for these, to play them now. They obviously have a lot of good players, a lot of skill. They take advantage of time and space. So I think when you play them now, you really got to focus on playing them close. Winning those battles and not letting them win the one-on-ones. If you give them time and space, I think that's when they really take advantage of you, and you can obviously see they score a lot of nice goals. So really just comes down to being ready and not be ready from the beginning.
From your perspective, what would you say are some of the areas you guys can try to exploit to come away with the win? Like, where do you see some of their main weaknesses at?
I'll probably know more tonight. The coaches usually do a good job of preparing that stuff for us. So I don't watch that many NHL games throughout the year. So right now, a little early for me to say. But tonight, usually the coaches prepare how we can take advantage of their game. So you could ask the coaches or after the game. But right now, obviously, we just have to focus on our game. We make sure we're ready. We obviously been a little bit inconsistent. So right now, it's really just coming down to our game.
Last year, the New Jersey Devils were one of the biggest surprises in the NHL, and this year it seems like teams have started to figure them out a little bit more. I'm curious to hear your perspective as to how you guys prepare for the Devils. Like, what's the mindset, and also any change of overall structure of how to prepare for this Devils team?
No change of structure. I mean, the first thing you have to do is respect their speed and their skill. The pace of their game is as good as any team in the National Hockey League, so you have to be ready and prepared for that. There's going to be some keys that are within our game that we want to use to be able to defend and make sure that they don't have the puck as much as they want to. And then, for us, it's really more of a look inside at our own game and making sure that, we're doing the things with the puck that we want to do. So, ton of respect for their group over there. They've grown up, and you said maybe they were a surprise last year. I don't know that they were a real surprise, but certainly they elevated. And as I said, they're in my opinion, one of the top teams in terms of the speed and ability and the way they attack.
Are there any specific adjustments you guys are going to make to try to exploit them to capitalize on some of their blunders or something like that?
No, I mean, our game is a lot about transitioning, a lot about exiting the zone and being clean and getting up ice quickly. So none of that changes.